two channels should I be watching? 2 and 3?
Yeah. Alright, anyway, hey guys. Where's
Hey.
Hey guys. We're back. With the same people.
Oh,
We
hello
really do a whole
there!
lot.
Yeah, we're not going anyway.
Except this time, there's a lot of Knuckles involved.
And you can hear RJ.
What? Where? Where's Argik? Who's this guy?
What's an argument?
I don't know.
Anyway, when you're ready to start, just give me a...
Oh,
Alright.
baby.
I'm ready whenever.
Make sure you're set to your and Knuckles. Bring your buddies.
Alright, I'm ready when you are then.
Yep.
Oh,
You should do the countdown this time, Racky.
Okay. 5,
Yeah.
4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Who starts on 5?
Oh wow, look at both Knuckles are frolicking in the forest.
Damn it, I didn't make one of them jump. Ah, I've already blew it.
So, fun fact, rumor has it that for Mania Plus, we're going to see more of Angel Island Zone. Whether that's true or not, who knows? Anyway, Knuckles and Knuckles here. It's going to have all the same levels we've just seen in Sonic and Tails, but we've got a lot of differences here. Namely, Knuckles has a couple of levels that are slightly different, and he is going to take a different route getting the big rings. Specifically, we've got the very first big ring, 7 seconds into the first level. Again, you're going to be using the exact same bunny hopping strats here, where you're going to be bouncing from side to side, bouncing off the walls, grabbing the emeralds as quickly as possible.
Yeah, for Knuckles and Knuckles, getting all the emeralds is faster, so it is technically an 80% run.
Yeah, for Knuckles and Tails, getting the emeralds is significantly faster, because not only do you get the invincibility and the speed boost, but you also don't have to play Reverie. Except for Knuckles and Knuckles, they do. So you're seeing here Raikou going in through the Sonic entrance to the second big ring there, whereas Zaxxon takes an alternative route and he goes in through the opposite end. Both relatively same time save. It depends on which route you're more comfortable at that
About
point.
2 seconds faster for the ones that takes.
Yeah.
Not on my stream. I'm watching 2 streams with a different delay, but it looks like
I messed it up, so I was a bit, like, I messed up the route before it, which means I wasn't going to make the platform, but usually I do go for that now. So I figured just to be safe, I would take the other one.
So obviously with Knuckles here as well, quick primer on what Knuckles is. You'll notice Knuckles doesn't have the drop dash, that is a Sonic exclusive ability, but on top of that, Knuckles can glide and climb walls. He can also smash through any breakable objects without having to do anything. You're going to see them be used throughout the run here, but the main thing about Knuckles that makes it significantly different is his jump height. Knuckles jumps significantly lower than both Sonic and Tails can, which makes certain jumps for Knuckles harder to take than his counterparts.
Alright, cool. That was not a bad boss fight. I'm just gonna try and... Damn, didn't get it. So if you like finish an act and you have like your 2 Knuckles, you can make one of them do one way and the other do his pose the other way, and it kind of looks like they're in sync. Just a small thing that's Knuckles and Knuckles exclusive.
So Green Hill 2 here, relatively the same as Sonic and Tails. We're going to see the guys grab their speed shoes and then hopefully take the top route in the stage there, using the slope jump.
I missed it.
Zaxxon missed it, so he's going to take the extra speed shoes route, and Raikou taking the safer bottom route in my opinion there.
Yeah, it's much safer for me. I did so bad the other route.
Yeah, the good thing about Mania and the way it's speedrun is that even though the levels have different routes, most of them are generally the same time. It comes down to your execution on it, so you get to choose which route you want to go.
So Emerald 4 was probably my biggest concern in this run. So I got Emerald 4 and that's really good. If anyone I was going to miss, it would be that one.
I just want to point out that the streams are exactly on the same frame.
Ooh.
Yeah, I was gonna say, they are for me. I'm watching the dummies and they're the same. It's like, this is nuts.
What? They're the same frame.
Yeah.
Wow.
So the guys here just,
I did too.
you didn't quite get it. You'll notice there that on
no.
Raichu's screen, his buddy Knuckles has got stuck in the corner spin dashing. That's something to do with coming out of the bonus stage and falling directly into the tunnel. It just causes your AI partner to
Missed
get stuck
cutscene
in
skip,
this.
damn it. You get it?
No,
I
Raichu.
missed it too.
You missed it too, okay.
So the other thing about cutscene skips here that was mentioned earlier is the backup for Green Hill 2 there is if you fail the first cutscene skip, you can trigger the second one when you jump into the cutscene. The problem with Knuckles and Knuckles is that they can't do that skip because if you quit out the save file, you've no save file to go back into. So we can see which route these guys are taking here. It looks like they're taking the IL route for Chemical Plant 1 here. So they're going to neglect getting the top emerald. And they're going to change halfway through the stage to the transition just to grab the second big ring in the stage. This should be, I believe, Emerald 5 for both of you. Yeah, it is. It's Emerald 5.
Sorry, Diamond. Next year, maybe.
So are you both going to try Puyo Skip, or are you going for Puyo?
Oh yeah, absolutely. For Knuckles and Knuckles, it's definitely worth it.
Yeah,
Wait,
Knuckles and Knuckles, you don't have to wait a minute.
No.
For...
Alright, because he can just... Right, okay. That's going to be interesting, then.
Yeah, it'll be an if you get it, it's an instant, like, capsule. And if one of us gets it and the other person doesn't, it's like a minute ahead of the other person, so...
So again, something you're seeing these guys try and do each time as well is when you're going around a loop, they are trying to jump as they're about maybe halfway through the loop because it allows them to take the momentum from jumping off the loop and put it towards their horizontal speed. And the downside is if you time that incorrectly, instead of gaining speed, you're going to come to a complete halt and it'll actually slow you down. Zaxxon with a bit of swag gliding at the end of the boss fight there. So Chemical Plant 2, again here we're going back into the flubber mechanic. You want to step on the green sends you high, the light blue sends you up a little bit, and the dark blue damages you. You do not want to hit any of the dark blue flubber. God, you guys are back on the same frame for me again, this is weird.
Alright, so... this will be like a pretty big deterrent, like a big like deviation if one of us gets it and one doesn't. So we'll see how this goes.
I didn't get it.
Oh no.
So
I got it!
You're seeing these guys. Oh wow.
I can't believe it.
So what you guys are witnessing on screen right now is, with Knuckles, if you glide into certain areas in the corner within walls, you end up clipping into the wall, and that allows you to basically do this game's equivalent of wrapping, which is going up through. Like the game doesn't allow you to horizontal wrap.
Dude, what are you doing? Thank you. Oh my
Raichu,
God.
what are you doing?
Okay. Okay, he's in the wall. Alright. I think I got it. Yes, I got it. There's Puyo Skip. Oh, Knuckles, what are you doing?
Okay, right there. So what you just witnessed on Raiku's screen there is that they're using the tube physics to launch themselves through the level, and using the AI-controlled Knuckles, he's able to hit the capsule similar to what we do with Tails in Mirage Saloon 2. Zaxxon, however, having to do Puyo, but getting a relatively quick Puyo there as well.
Yeah, very good Puyo.
But yeah, while we're going through Studiopolis 1 here, as I was saying, in Sonic Mania, level wraps and zips are very different compared to their classic counterparts. The way this game works, or the way they handle zips, is that if you get stuck into a wall or an area that you're not supposed to be in, the game will allow you to jump up through the object, but you cannot move left or right. This allows us to do the certain tricks that we've seen in the Sonic run, but also allows you to do things here in Titanic Monarch 2 or in Chemical Plant 2 there as well. The reason for that is because the developers themselves, while they enjoy the Sonic speedruns, they didn't enjoy the fact that it cut out a lot of the levels. So they didn't want that to happen in their speedrun.
Just to like add, the Knuckles and Knuckles run isn't faster because of the boss fight at the end. You have to do Egg Reverie just like you do in the Sonic and Tails run. If you get
and Egg Reverie, takes about 2 minutes, so it's way too much time lost.
It's the only reason, like the absolute only reason.
Yeah, it's the same with Sonic. Sonic is just barely slower with all emeralds simply because of that one boss fight. If you didn't have that boss fight, any percent would be all emeralds.
Solo Sonic for that answer is technically any percent is all emeralds for right now. For right now.
That depends on the runner. But yeah, so we've got these guys here as well. They're just going to be doing the RNG boss. Hopefully they get some good missile RNG.
I've got a 1-1-3 so far. It's not very good. I've got a 1-1-3-3. Yeah. Also, just so you know, every time I race he wins my RNG, just so you know. So if I lose, that's the reason why.
I mean, if you get win,
Yeah, hopefully.
stand under the boss if you want to get it.
Yeah, okay. I'll do his strat.
It's okay, I got bad RNG on this boss as well. Well, bad transitions.
So are you guys going to go for the quick kill on the boss then, if you try and get it?
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, if we can get win, hopefully.
Well, I've got wind of you guys going for that, so I'll explain it.
Alright.
So basically, the upcoming boss for Studio 2 here, it's going to randomly choose one of 3 things to do. It's either going to summon wind, it's going to summon the sun, or it's going to do lightning. And for Knuckles, or just Knuckles in general, you want it to do wind, because once you are in the air using wind, you can get yourself into a state where you are gliding down slowly, but are still able to hit the boss. The downside is, it's entirely random if the boss is going to do wind on you, and he could troll you by constantly doing things like sun or thunder instead. And this is where Knuckles' lower jump height comes in, because he's not able to hit the boss as standard. He needs to be lower down. So you're also seeing here, they take a different emerald route compared to Sonic and Tails as well. They grabbed their last emerald in Studio 2 here. The reason for that is because of the emerald that they miss in Chemical Plant 2 by doing the Puyo skip.
Alright, what RNG am I getting? Damn it, Storm. I told you guys. Told you, Zax's gonna win because of RNG. Yeah, it's kind of cool to see making your buddy Knuckles get zapped, which is pretty cool. I got double thunder, are you serious? So yeah, because of Knuckles jump high here. Yeah, can't.
Hey, I got thunder too.
There we go.
Hey, you got Puyo skip.
Yeah. I suppose. Yes, got it, okay.
Yeah, it's so sad to see Knuckles he can't reach Eggman.
What can I say? Redekinde can't jump.
He skipped leg day, but that's why he has his Knuckles.
They said in soft lock because with a partner you can sometimes soft lock on the transition if you don't get the cutscene skip. So kind of have to just make sure that you're in the right position. That doesn't do it.
I think it's if you're slightly off screen, it doesn't transition properly.
Ah, okay. Wasn't sure if that's how it worked, but that's cool. Just stay off the right side of the edge of the screen, I suppose, to avoid it.
Yeah, it's always a safe way of doing it. So the good thing about Knuckles and Flying Battery here is obviously with his ability to glide, you've really got no fear of falling down towards the bottom of the level there. Still gotta take it slightly safe just to make sure you grab the right height as the jump, but generally it's safer than Sonic. What you're going to see on this particular boss is, if you remember, the way that this boss starts is that Eggman stands on a switch to knock you down. What these guys are going to try and do is they're going to be super when they get to the boss. Hopefully, they're going to do a jump into a glide while they're off screen, and then when the boss gets to the center of the screen and his hitbox become active, they're going to fall down and bounce on the boss 6 times, effectively getting a 1 cycle. However, if they fail the 1 cycle and they fall down to the junk at the bottom, they're going to have to wait until the junk is at the proper height for Knuckles to jump and hit the boss, as unfortunately he is unable to climb on either side of the boss arena. There is specific tech for Knuckles and Knuckles as well. You're going to see a few of them as the run progresses on.
Fun fact about doing Knuckles and Knuckles with this boss over doing regular Knuckles. As you can see, the enemy that gets spawned, it actually scrolls down towards the Knuckles on the floor rather than Knuckles that you are bouncing on the boss. So you can get 6 hits without being interrupted, which is pretty cool. With the solo Knuckles run, you do get the enemy flying up towards you.
Oh, Zaxton managing to get the glide off of the enemy into the boss for the last hit.
Yeah, I got him 5
seconds, but he still got the backup. Yeah, good backup. But no, to answer the question, Knuckles and Knuckles has a few extra tech that you can't do as solo Knuckles, simply because having a partner enables different things. Chemical Plant 2 Puyo Skip is one of those things that you can do quicker. It is possible to do as solo Knuckles, but due to the way it works, with solo Knuckles you have to wait a minute for Knuckles to scroll through the entire level, whereas with Knuckles and Knuckles, your partner AI can hit the capsule and finish the level for you. Yeah, so you can see here this second section of Flying Battery 2 where you've got to wait on the platforms being in the right position. Slightly slower because of Knuckles' jump height. You want to be super safe as well. You don't want to bounce off any of the breakables because they can send you downwards, which is not a good idea.
Yeah, not a very good Flying Battery 2, honestly.
I really do like the weather effects in this level. Very nice.
So again, coming up here, we've got Egglet, Spider Boss. Hopefully, both guys will be aiming for a 1 cycle, but with Knuckles, it is slightly harder to do.
Sometimes the second Knuckles can really get your way for this. Oh, come on, really?
I got the 1 cycle. Nice.
Ah, damn it. I only got 2 hits. So bad.
Yeah, so you saw on Zaxxon's screen there, what he's doing is he's lightly tapping the boss into the spikes, constantly making sure that you're taking hits every time his invulnerability frames are up. Whereas, unfortunately, on Raiku's screen, he got out of this cycle thanks to partner Knuckles not playing ball, but was able to recover on the second set. So Press Garden, relatively the same stage as Sonic and Tails. Knuckles here is going to try and do as much as he can. Going to grab at the special stage ring that'll give him the 50 rings, allowing him to transform Super pretty much immediately. And then they're going to just run as fast as they can.
damn it. I was a little bit early on
Yeah,
the cycle, so I need to land on it straight away.
No, it is definitely a great race with these two guys. They're two of the top runners for the game. We were meant to have Old Claw making this a three-way race, but unfortunately it had to pull out. Hopefully everything's all good with Old Claw. So again, you can see Knuckles' climbing being taken into advantage here. They don't have to wait on any of the crushers coming up, because Knuckles can just climb the walls. While Super Knuckles does have... Go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say, the press gun has like a small little 4 or 5 second time save where you can like bounce on the blocks and clip into the ceiling. That allows you to skip going around. Just very minor time save, but very easy to do for the reason not to do it.
Unless if you're like me and totally forgot about it.
Did you really?
Hey!
Yeah.
Exactly.
Did you?
Yeah,
get
but
it?
well...
Yeah, I got it. Of course I did.
Yeah, well, Knuckles is super. Not only does he have the invincibility and the increased speed from being super, but also he has the ability to climb walls a lot faster.
So just like in the Sonic and Tails run, I'm going to do something here that allows me to skip the transition for Press Garden 2. There we go. Do a little speed boost rather than having to walk really slowly.
It is definitely close at the moment, but there are still plenty of glitches coming up that could turn the tide of this run.
This is a really bad Press Garden 2 for me.
I like the fact that I just heard Zaxxon get a cutscene skip through his mic.
Hey buddy, Knuckles hit the capture for me, isn't that nice?
Oh my god. I got trolled by a lightning bug.
That cutscene skip for me. Always in practice, never in a run. Getting it like 6-7 times in a row, doing the one tap pause method. And as soon as I'm in a run, no thanks.
So yeah, these lightning bugs will follow you the entire level, and they'll just keep spawning and spawning.
Yeah, the lightning bugs, if you're unlucky, can position themselves right in front of where you're going to go, and if you're not jumping or you accidentally jump into their laser, then there's nothing you can do about them. They happen constantly through the entirety of Act 1 and 2, and there, unfortunately, Zaxxon getting unlucky, getting sandwiched between the armadillo and the spike platform.
Yeah, unlucky there.
I mean, Stardust Speedway is a very execution-heavy level. Anything that can go wrong in the stage probably will go wrong, and it's how you can react to it in time.
Yeah, I won't be able to turn super this act, but it's okay. More lightning bugs to kill at least. There's like little baby lightning bugs, and then you gotta kill the mama. The mama lightning bug right here.
Ooh, that's close.
Another note about these lightning bugs, the lightning bugs in the boss can decide that they just don't want to spawn low enough down for you, and you just have to wait. You have to wait out them coming down. Thankfully, they're generally not that bad and they come down for you, but there are times where they'll just say, nah, I'm staying up the top.
Yeah, I missed the cutscene skip on that as well. Haven't hit a single one this run.
Alright. Some fun Metal Sonic stuff.
Metal Sonic, will you get good RNG? That is the question.
I hope so. Yeah, as you can see, I had over about 130 rings going into the boss, and that's more than enough for the entire boss fight.
Yeah, generally it's a case of if you're taking the top route in Stardust Speedway 2, you want to grab the big ring just to get yourself a nice buffer of 50 rings there for the boss. The worst thing you can do is run out of super form and be ringless on the boss, because then you are guaranteed to die and you'll have to redo the entire section.
Yeah, that'll lose you a lot of time, because it's, you have to do, yeah, like you said, phase 1, phase 2 all over again. Alright, I think we got 3 rolls in 1 arm, so pretty good.
That's good RNG, yeah. The other thing you've got to be wary of with the RNG phase there, as daft as it sounds, is your AI can kill the Silver Sonic. So if you accidentally jump too late,
Alright, 1 claw, that's not bad.
yeah, same RNG for both guys. A whole bunch of water over our because he dribbled. Well done. Zaxxon getting unlucky with the ball attack. Metal Sonic at the top here can do 3 attacks. He can fly off to the distance and fire 3 orbs at you. He can dash in front of you and then fall back, or he can turn into a ball and bounce away. You want him to do any other attack other than firing the 3 orbs at you. That's the slowest possible attack that he can do.
Alright, so I go for a very fast route here. I'll try to get it. If I do it correctly, it saves a good amount of time. Okay, well I already messed up 1 section, but still can get the glitch. So yeah, talking about the glitch, on Hydra 1 there's a boss skip. And
yes.
If you do it correctly.
Are you doing the super above the wall trick?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. So what Zaxxon is aiming to try and do here is during the section where you are being, basically where you're climbing up the water and the walls are moving, if you get to the top section where the spikes are and you have 50 rings to transform into super, you do something similar to what you do in Lava Reef. You're going to jump and you're going to transform, and while you're transforming, the wall is going to be moving down. While the wall is moving down, you fully transform inside the wall, which then causes you to start jumping up through the wall. During this time, Knuckles is going to be able to climb up the left-hand side, and then he's going to jump over some invisible walls that are in the way into the area where the boss should be. If done correctly, Zaxxon's going to make it all the way across to the right-hand side and going to skip the boss entirely and just hit the checkpoint, or hit the end of the level.
That was really slow, but it's fine.
So we're going to see if the glitch is going to work here. Let's see how it works. Yeah, so you transform while you're in the wall there, and you can see just you're jumping straight up, and then you climb the wall. Just got to land the final part of it now. Nicely done.
Yes.
And that's Hydro 1 basket. Now again, just to reiterate, like, you must save your super transformation for that section. There is no other way to get stuck into the wall without transforming as super stuff. Knuckles. I was just Hydro 2, relatively simple level here again. You just want to make sure you do the first section cleanly without getting hit, so you'll have 50 rings by the time you hit the first checkpoint. Then you're going to do the same loop skips as you did with Sonic and Tails, where you're just going to gain enough speed and enough height, go through some of the path swappers just to cut out a lot of the levels. Knuckles, really simple way of doing it, he's just going to glide over into the hole for the first section. Second part of the skip is a little trickier due to his jump height, but again, these guys are more than practiced to get through it.
It's definitely harder to get those slide skips without super.
So same again here, you're going to use your partner AI on this boss to hopefully try and get an extra hit on the boss at the start. You want to just time your A press so your partner lets go but remains on the edge of the screen, so he's going to hit the first bomb for us. That gives you 2 hits at the start instead of 1. And then pray to RNGesus. Oh, very good RNG there.
Yeah, really good.
So of course, next up we do have Mirage Saloon 1, which for Knuckles is different as he gets knocked off the plane and gets sent down to the world below. It's a lot of platforming, a lot of Knuckles specific things here where you're going to jump through the walls and that. The idea is that you want to remain on the top route as much as possible. That way you're going to head to a big ring, which you'll then be able to do a spin dash jump off a little slope, allowing you to skip a majority of the level. It's like the only thing I found out in the run. It is, it's my only claim to fame.
Damn, didn't get the extra hit on the boss. Too bad that I don't usually do it, so...
It's still good, it'll depend on the RNG that you get.
Yeah, not really good, to be honest. Almost soft lock.
Oh no, don't soft lock.
I stood next to the bomb and I'm like, what am I doing? Not stand next to the bomb. Oh my god. That's weird. I've never had the other Knuckles hit the boss, so it kind of threw me off.
But yeah, where I just jumped up there, you skip a very big portion of the level and yeah, saves a lot of time.
Yep. Unfortunately, you got to be careful that you don't get bonked by the platform. Otherwise, it can just steal your height, knock you down, and you don't get the grab off that. Raikou going to be able to do the same thing on this stage, which is really good. Zaxxon with the swag stretch, just walking up the wall, because why not?
Bouncy bouncy.
I didn't get the bouncy bouncy.
Aww.
I'm not good at it!
No,
yeah, you can land on the caterpillar's head and stay on his head.
That's gonna miss the cycle.
So again, Mirage Saloon 2 here. Knuckles takes a slightly different route at the start. You gotta just make sure you get some nice super glides over. Get a nice bounce up. But the end of the level is pretty much going to be the same as Sonic and Tails. We are hopefully going to see partner Knuckles being able to hit the capsule for these guys, skipping the boss fight. So we're going to do the similar kind of plan where you're going to send partner Knuckles down through the barrel and then try and guide him off towards the capsule. Then once they've hit the capsule, they need to position player Knuckles over to the barrel in time before he falls down.
Nice. Got it.
Nice. Oh, nicely done. Very smooth.
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah, 2 hits off bouncy bouncy. Come on.
Hey, 2 hits is better than 0.
Oh, that was good bouncy bouncy. Bouncy bouncy is doing the boss without hitting the floor. You're basically playing the floor as lava. So again, Oil Ocean 1 here with Knuckles, fairly similar route that you're going to take through. You're going to jump up above where the fans are. Getting under the fans allows you to blow you up towards the top route instead of having to go through the oil. Going to have Raikou here going for his Mirage Saloon too. Hopefully he's able to get it as well.
I didn't jump high enough, which is weird.
Nah. Oh.
Oh, this is a really bad stage. Oh my god, these stools. Why do they do this to me?
The stools are amazing. I never thought an item could be so annoying in this game, but here we are.
We're not gonna get the hurting eyes glitch, but
So you've got Raikou going for the skip at the moment. Trying to get the boss skip on Mirage Saloon 2 here.
Got it.
Nice, nicely done.
good job.
Yeah, so again, the main thing that you need to worry about is making sure that you position yourself so when you do your animation, you're on the barrel and you fall down into the boss room. If you don't fall down into the boss room, you just soft lock against the piano and there's nothing you can do about it. So if I remember correctly in the run here, the next couple of levels, so Oil Ocean, Lava Reef, and they are generally the same as Sonic and Tails, just not a whole lot of difference, it's just good execution on these ones. But then we get a fairly easier version of the Metallic Madness 1 skip.
Yeah.
And then Titanic Monarch 2 is where things really get interesting with Knuckles.
I would like to point out in Lava Reef 2, we do take Sonic and Tails as exit rather than Knuckles as exit.
Ah, yeah, you do. This is where we get to see how programming works. Are you going to go for the stair clip in Lava Reef 2?
Yeah, I will.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna hit the switch. That's fine.
Hitting the switch is not bad. I mean, the cool thing about the visual glitch with the Oil Ocean 2 effect is that it doesn't drain your rings if you have it active. The downside to it is obviously you don't get to see much of the stage. So you have to weigh up the options of, do you want to see the stage or do you want to have the smog on screen? If you decide you want to see the stage, you'll have to hit these switches periodically throughout the level because the smog will come back. However, it's not a terribly important thing. It's not as if it's a run-ender. we've got Dine saying it's lava beef. Again, I love the fact that the misnaming of my splits has came into like something here. We've got lunch base and lava beef. Because why not? We have food related things here.
Stop, I'm hungry.
Wasn't Mirage Saloon
Me
called
too.
Pizza something? I don't remember.
I have no idea. I just know that people came up with a whole bunch of them one night. It's like, this is the greatest thing in the world. So again, not a lot happening in Lava Reef 1 or Oil Ocean 2 here. It's just a very execution-based level.
Yeah,
You just want to go as fast as you can.
Long, tedious stage. It's not that tedious, but it's just
But
long.
it's a good stage. It's not tedious.
I love it. I love this stage.
Lava Reef
Oh, by the way,
best
this is
stage.
what the
Lava
boss looks
Reef.
like with no spawn.
schmog? No schmog. I like the fact that both of you guys are evil to other Knuckles while you're in the oil. Like, come on, guys.
He doesn't deserve to live, I'm sorry.
Whoa.
He doesn't.
Dark.
Oh. Very
Out the
dark.
edge.
I only need one Knuckle in my life.
Oh no. Why is Flandre's meme coming back? Sup, mama? Sun the edge.
Alright, so I got a
the
Phantom
edge.
hit, and that means I have to, yeah. As you see, the timer has stopped, and it says I killed him, but he's really not dead, and that's why my super invincibility went away.
Yeah, the Phantom hit, we don't know why it actually occurs, but it's effectively, you killed the boss, just hit him once more. But it can be really annoying when it occurs in a speedrun.
Oh, neat. My boy Knuckles.
Did other Knuckles hit the button for you? Yeah. Nice. Another thing about cutscene skips as well that needs to be mentioned, it's not really that bad for Knuckles and Tails, more specifically for Sonic, but when you do a cutscene skip, you lose any shields that you would have had as you were transitioning into the stage. For Knuckles and Tails that doesn't matter since they can't really take advantage of the shield's powers anyway, but for Sonic it can significantly slow down the start of Lava Rave 2. The question is, you have to weigh up, can you do it better without it, or do you do it better with the shield?
I tend to grab the fire shield just in case I run out of rings with the boss. Like say the stage goes really slow, then I have that little peace of mind that I won't die if I get hit by the boss.
Yeah. So again, Lava Rave 2, you're going to see the initial strat with transforming into the box. The box then pushes you into the wall, which allows you to take the top route of the stage, giving you super really fast and getting you to a part of the stage in a quicker time. What we are going to see as well, as Zaxxon mentioned earlier, is they're going to finish the stage taking Sonic and Tails' route. This is not normally meant to be possible because the route is blocked off due to Knuckles' jump height. He's not meant to be able to jump high enough to reach that ending of the level. So just coming up, you're going to see he's going up towards the stairs where a whole bunch of item boxes are, but he's going to clip into the wall and then clip up above through the platform. He's then going to go towards the area where Sonic and Tails' level is. He's going to charge a spin dash on one of these small platforms and immediately jump from it. If they get the jump, that allows Knuckles to carry the speed and the height, allowing him to go into Sonic and Tails' ending. The game then correctly understands that it's playing Knuckles and will load Hidden Palace. Oh, so you get to see one of the most amazing cutscenes in the game here. Yeah, you have the Heavy King stealing
oh my god,
the emerald.
no! I got Phantom Hit as well!
He does say, oh my god, no. Yeah, I didn't know he said that.
I got Phantom Hit as well. Oh
So
my
that's both
god.
runners getting Phantom Hit. Maybe it's a Knuckles thing.
I think I
But
was
no,
just
unfortunately, you see the Super Emeralds there as well. They're inactive anymore. I don't want it to be canon. The Super Emeralds are amazing. Many is that 6?
Let's see. I missed the Green Hill cutscene skip, but I've hit every single one besides
Right,
that.
so that's 5 then, I think.
Yeah.
Still a damn good ratio of it. So again, Metallic Madness 1 here. It's a very precise stage with any character. You're going to want to drop down the bottom right here just slightly so you can grab a big ring as Knuckles. That's going to allow you to then run around and go back up to the top route here because Knuckles' gliding allows him to climb up the wall. You're then going to just see the guys heading towards the stage as normal. They're going to do the same trick that they did with Sonic and Tails, where they're going to get towards the boss arena, but they're going to go into the background. Once you go into the background, you're going to do this a different way. Instead of using Tails to catapult you there, you're going to hit the plunger, do a glide that sends you stuck up into the wall, and then with Knuckles, it's a spin dash over to where the end of the level is, and then into a glide. Because you are gliding in the background, you don't need the floor to activate, and you're able to glide safely until the countdown finishes. You then die, but you respawn in Act 2, skipping the entire boss. For Tails and Knuckles, this is fantastic.
Yeah, for solo Tails, it's a whole nother level of... I've never
Yeah,
actually done it in a run, so.
For solo tails, the hardest part of that glitch is not the end, but it's actually getting into the background.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
Chibi Knuckles!
He's so cute!
The chibi sprites are the greatest sprites ever. Oh, well done. Nice jump. So again, Raikou getting that awesome cutscene where Knuckles remembers, I've done this before.
He learns his lesson.
He does.
He's not a knucklehead after all.
So now we're gonna go into the pachinko machine. Is it a pachinko machine? Or is it a... Yeah, we'll just call it pachinko machine.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get to play with all the little toys that Robotnik has. All the Amy's and the Sonic 1 bosses and the Sonic 2 bosses.
Literally no cutscene skips.
Ouch. That is generally how my runs tend to go. You do not get the cutscene skips because, again, we can't reiterate that enough. They are very precise to do. Some are a 1 frame, others are a 2 frame window. They are just insane to try and get.
So usually this Act 2 has a transition, but since I died in Act 1, for some reason it doesn't really load a black screen transition and just spits me out right in Titanic Monarch. Alright, a nice little clip coming up soon.
Yeah!
And it saves a good decent chunk of the level.
So you've seen with Sonic there, I went around the stage that required me to go basically up a whole bunch of purple balls, grabbing a whole bunch of back and forward movements. Knuckles here is going to clip into one of the diagonal ceilings and skip that entire section. Zaxton getting it first try, absolutely amazing skip. For whatever reason, gliding into that allows Knuckles to clip through the wall, and then you just vertically jump your way past that entire section of the level. Raikou here going for the boss skip in Metallic Man this one as well, getting it no problem with Knuckles. Again, you just gotta jump over, hit the end of the level, and just glide your way down to safety.
I got that really close though, but it worked out, so.
Alright. One of the most RNG bosses in the game.
The worst boss! Yes, the worst boss in the run, Crimson Eye. So, the reason Crimson Eye is bad for Knuckles is once again due to his jump height. The first section, really easy. Just jump, hit him 8 times, get rid of all the orbs. The problem is the second phase. The second phase of Crimson Eye, he is controlling gravity. If he decides he is making gravity too heavy, Knuckles is unable to hit him until he comes down and can then only hit him once. However, Zaxton getting really good luck there, getting light gravity, allowing him to basically finish the boss in a 1 cycle. We can only pray that Raikou gets good RNG as well.
Probably not.
These guys could have been neck and neck all the way up until this point, but that guy ruined runs. Like, he's bad.
Yeah, I've seen Old Cloud, for example, when he was gonna run, he's gotten 12 ups in a row, and it's about 5 seconds per up, so...
So Titanic Monarch 2 here with Knuckles is significantly different. He is not going to be taking all 4 paths around here. You're going to see the initial skip at the start here, where he's going to spin dash up into the spring, and then he's going to just jump his way towards the secret exit of Area 3. The fun begins when he's in the secret area. From the secret area, he's going to use the orb, and he's then going to glide into the top corner of one of the walls. This is going to clip him inside the wall, which is then going to allow him to move slightly towards the left and immediately jump all the way up towards the top of the level. Once he gets onto solid ground again, he's going to jump into the corridor that allows him to finish the level by hitting a capsule. For some reason, there is a capsule at the end of this level here that will then transition him into the boss fight. Now, the boss fight itself, while fun as any other super character, with Knuckles or Knuckles and Knuckles here, it's a very, very hard boss fight, as you've only got 3 rings and you have to make sure you don't lose them, but you also have to get the 4 hits on the tentacles. You want to get the 4 hits on each phase to ensure that you do not go into see any of the hard-boiled heavies, but you've also got to make sure that you don't get electrified and lose all your rings. So you're going to take an intentional damage boost for phase 1, just to make sure you get into the center of Robotnik and are able to take out the first tentacle. From then, the boss gets easier the more tentacles that you can take out, as they don't have any of the guys available. Zaxxon losing the ring. He's now ringless, so 1 more hit and he's gone. He's going to be very careful here. Hopefully he's able to pull it off. Oh, man, being 12 seconds behind sucks. Nicely done. Managing to nail that boss fight. But it really, do not underestimate that
When
boss
is time?
Time is the same time with Reverie, the last hit on Eggman. So because we're playing Knuckles and Knuckles and we got the emeralds, Knuckles gets to come and fight Reverie as well. The reason we think this is a thing is because Knuckles and Knuckles mode is effectively just Sonic and Tails, but with the sprite of the second character changed to Knuckles. So it understands that player 1 is Knuckles, but it thinks player 2 is just Tails, which then unlocks Egg Reverie if you've got all the emeralds. At least that's my theory behind it. However, Knuckles himself is programmed here to have his glide animation while he's flying his super, which is fantastic.
Alright, we're okay.
So Raikou currently on Crimson Eye, seeing if he's going to get good RNG on this boss.
Okay, got it down second try, it's fine.
Yeah,
Good.
that's good.
So
Okay.
I never thought I'd say this, but it's the only time where you don't want to one-up.
Yeah.
See?
That arm guy and his jokes.
Thank you.
No cutscene
Zaxxon
skips.
coming
This
up on time
entire
here.
run, man. No cutscene skips.
Yeah,
Shout out
maybe
to
like
Mania,
30
can you please
seconds.
patch cutscene skips? Thank you.
The funny thing is, I genuinely want them to do that as well. I'm sorry, Zaxxon, but I do.
Hey, I just got good at him.
I know, but I want them to patch them so I don't have to. Oh, I'm being told that I'm overthinking it. Oh man, I feel bad.
Oh boy, only 13 more hours till I get to take a break.
Oh boy.
Wow.
Then I have to stream another 20.
Alright, time coming up very soon, and time.
Oh no. Okay, no, we can say this.
No. Yeah, I was about to say, don't you dare.
51-40.
51? What?
Nice. That's a great time.
Is that record? That's record, yeah.
That's a record for this category?
Yeah, I believe it is. Because
Nice.
52. So nice.
I didn't even get points. Yeah.
That is amazing.
But it's 49 Knuckles and Knuckles time, dude.
So yeah, you can see on Zaxxon's screen as well, you get the special ending. Sonic Mania and Knuckles. Knuckles reading his picture book. The animals are all very happy about it. We say it's a picture book because Knuckles is a knucklehead.
I love Sonic and Tails in the background. Like, what's up with this guy?
So we still got Raikou here, getting the intentional damage boost. Hopefully he'll be able to finish.
Oh, this is bad.
No, don't lose your rings! Oh no!
Monk
You got
cat.
this, man. You got this.
One more. Alright, alright. Nobody panic.
But I wanna panic!
I
Oh
hate
no.
having no rings. Alright,
Yeah,
let's
it's
do-
the boss, like that boss is terrible with no rings because you're seriously sitting there going, what am I doing?
There we go. I got black and white for you boys. Second place has
Nice,
to
also get the black and white. That's fine, it means we both did it.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, so if Zaxxon has raced Sonic and Tails with me, and he's raced Knuckles and Knuckles with you, does that mean me and you have to race Tails?
Yeah, we're cuffing Zaxxon out of it. He's out. So,
no, Zaxxon commentates. Sorry, Zaxxon, we're taking over your Tails run. We're running it as a race and you're commentating. No, again, Egg Reverie here. For whatever reason, I don't know what they intended to plan with Robotnik. He doesn't... If you leave him with the Phantom Ruby, he will be able to do some Phantom Ruby based attacks, but in general, he doesn't do anything. And when I say leave him alone, you have to leave him alone for about a good 10 seconds. But we got Raikou here getting some decent hits on him.
That was the second world record, I believe.
I believe it is, yeah. So time coming up for Raikou soon as well.
You want me to do that? You want me to just stand still and let Robotnik do his...
If you want to show off his attack, go for it. If you want to do it, go for it. Do it in his final hit if you want. Literally just show that, just like, there you go.
Alright then. I got time, it's like got 10 minutes. Okay. Gotta love estimates. What are you doing?
I know,
Are
right?
you kidding me? How did that not hit him? Someone tell me in what universe I didn't hit him. Oh my god. Alright.
You hit his orb.
Ah! Do things! Do something!
No, you have to wait. Like, he will. Don't be close to him. Don't be close to him. Don't let him do his little arm thing. Like, you have to be off screen.
Does he just shoot across and use it and that's it?
Yeah, but he does it like 3 or 4 times in a row, yeah.
Okay.
And it's great when it's in black and white as well, because it's like he has a shield.
Alright, come here, I'm gonna whop ya. Oh, I can't hit him!
Come here.
Time!
Oh, this is brilliant. Oh.
I've never seen him do attacks.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, even those attacks, they don't hurt you. It's like, what are they doing?
Oh man.
But then,
55.
Alright.
I'm gonna be completely honest with everyone here. I have like practiced so little. So little. I've been playing Sonic 3 Knuckles most of the time. And like, it came to the race time, probably should practice.
Nah.
That was fun.
No, there you go, guys.
Alright,
Hopefully
so,
you all
yeah, you
enjoyed.
should talk a little bit about Mania real quick.
Okay.
Oh, we get to talk about Mania. Everybody, please join Run Mania. Mania is a fantastic game. If you need a hand, all of us here in the Discord will be happy to give you a hand with anything.
Yep.
It's a very daunting game. It looks easy. It's not. Like, I'm sorry, but it's not.
We need more Knuckles, boys, so Knuckles is your guy.
Right, hold on,
Do
wait a minute,
Knuckles
wait a
and Knuckles. If we get more runners for Knuckles and Knuckles, they'll make a category on speedrun.com. Can we push for that, please? Then Zaxxon
Yes,
will
you
actually
can,
try and get like a sub 50 with it.
Here's the thing. We've got a couple of minutes, don't we?
Yeah.
Zaxxon,
Yeah.
Raikou,
What?
What?
Puyo off. Do it, Puyo. First
Yeah.
person to kill Robotnik
5
wins. Go.
minutes.
Whoa. Hold on. Let me give. All right. So what are we doing on Poyo?
Just
kill the first one to kill Robotnik 5 times.
5 times.
5 times? That's not enough time for that. Do it once.
Alright, you ready to start at the same time?
Yeah.
Alright, 3, 2, 1, go.
Damn it, I was hoping no one would see how bad I am for you, but here we are.
See, DSS there is like, it can't be that hard. 2D games require 2/3 of the skill. Boo! Boo! Alright, so we've got Puyo here. We're going to commentate some Puyo live for you right now. We're going to see if these guys can get the biggest chain possible. Currently, we've got Zaxxon trying to set up for some kind of maneuver that I have no idea because I don't play these games. Raikou going for the typical Hellfire maneuver. I believe that's what it's called.
Nope. This is not happening. This is not a thing. Give me purple, what are you doing? See, this is why I didn't want to trail for you. God damn
Looks like I'm gonna win.
I guess.
Oh, but you gotta... No, but you gotta do it twice.
No!
You gotta do it twice. Yeah, it's
Once
you
is
gotta
enough.
do it twice.
Once is enough. The people purple. They've seen it.
Oh, come on, Mike. Come on, Mike. You get a purple. Get a purple. Yeah, there you go. You got the purple. Thank God. Now I know how people feel when they're watching me play Puyo.
There we go. I did it.
Yeah, but you've still got the second round.
Yeah, I guess.
Zaxton is currently got a little bit of a lead here, but the question is, can he get his purple? No, he blocked it off. Why did he do that?
I just want to quickly give another shout out to the Knuckles and Knuckles run, where you can skip this entirely. Never forget.
No. Kirby Master saying just that, like, we are hurting Kirby hard right now because of our Puyo skills. I'm sorry, Kirby.
Alright, here we go.
Hey, I'm actually good at Puyo on some days.
I'm not. I'm just terrible at Puyo and full stop. Sorry.
Oh, I'm so way out.
Alright.
So Zaxton won the Puyo race. Well done,
Yeah.
Zaxton. Congratulations.
I just win at everything, sadly.
I wonder where the
Boo! Where's
layout
the
came from.
humbleness? Boo!
Anyone have any ideas where the colors from the layout came from?
I have no idea. Like, I've been looking at the layout ever since it got announced, and like, I don't quite see.
Look at the
where it
Puyo
came from.
tiles. It's the exact same color.
Oh, the sarcasm went right over your head.
I mean, no, I knew what you were doing, but my sarcasm to your sarcasm was.
Oh, we're having a sarcasm off, eh?
Uh-oh.
Anyway, we should probably get this
Let's
race
get moving.
going. It's gonna take a while to set up, so.
Yeah.
Alright.
Well, no.
Alright.
Thanks very much for having us, guys. We'll catch you later.
Thank you so
Bye,
much.
guys.